Survivor Debrief. I'm Eden Porter, the unlucky loser from Survivor Titans versus Rebels. And with me, as always, is my comedic partner and real-life brother, Joshua Porter.
I'm excited. We're here. We're live recording with our big live audience. How you doing, folks?
You're excited?
What a great episode. It was so exciting.
It was so exciting, Josh. I loved every minute of it. It was like cross-tribal alliances.
There's a lot going on.
Now, I heard something interesting about Lisa, which may or may not be true because it was on the internet, but there is a report going around that before this season, Lisa got online and posted a fake YouTube video about her time on Survivor and then made fake accounts and started commenting about how bad she was as a winner and how she didn't deserve to win because she basically put it online knowing that the rest of the players would research her and watch this video and it would reduce her threat level. Did anyone else hear that? Yeah. People. That's next level. That is next level. So Lisa could be a dark horse. Who else are we liking at the moment?
I think it's interesting seeing the four come together, but I think Kirby's obviously in a very strong position right now. I think I've been so surprised about Kirby, who I'm looking at saying this to you, is you've kind of got this dynamic here where everyone, like, there's a huge threat level there, but everyone wants to work with you. And I think that's such a dangerous thing to have. You know, you've kind of got both those elements which are so crucial. We spoke about it with David, like, it seems like how do you not be that massive threat, but be that massive threat that people want to work with? And it's interesting now, it's almost, as we've got to merge, it's flipped from, we've got to get rid of the big players to, I want to work with the big players and the best players.
Yeah, 100%. The auction was great.
Yeah, classic auction.
Classic auction.
Is there a way, my thoughts on the auction, is there a way to fix the auction that isn't just $500?
Well, no.
Because it's kind of devolved to save your money for the secret thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the rock draw does it, and everyone loses their money.
Yeah,
that's the way around it.
I liked it when it used to be someone could get two things. You know, it's
well, do you know why Luke probably bet at the start for that first one was the last time he was in an auction, he won that, and the advantage was that he got to eat everyone's food for the entire auction, and he sat on the side and he ate everything. Right? So he probably thought it was going to be that again. Little did he know, all he did was piss off Puff. Outrageous. I don't think the US was used to the auction going so quickly. Because
was it that quick, Kirby? Was it that short? Did they skip stuff?
No, that was that.
Yeah, right.
And do you get to keep your $500 if you don't spend it?
No.
That is, poor popcorn. And there was nothing in the popcorn.
No, I'll take the whole thing out.
There's nothing in it.
I was trying to be strict, everything.
That is outrageous.
The other thing that was interesting that they mentioned at the auction was that it's the two boys left. And it's an interesting dynamic to have, those gender divides. And I wonder how much, like we mentioned, like, is that playing into the numbers of the tribes? Or is it just like, no, those caliber of players that were that big, they just wanted to get it going?
I'm not sure if there's any Survivor fact checkers out there. I don't think there's ever been a season ever where, the first 5 people have all been males. It's wild.
Same-sex gender.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's setting up the season really interestingly.
The other thing that got mentioned at the auction I found interesting was Shani very clearly being, I know I was on the shopping block.
Yes.
And her identifying that and being very clear of like, I know I'm there. And I think that really does set you up at the merge. Like, you kind of need to have a track on that. If someone knows they're on the bottom, they're a much bigger threat than they would have been otherwise, especially going to merge.
Yeah. We've got the challenge, the Last Gasp challenge.
I love this challenge.
Who likes the Last Gasp challenge?
Yeah. It is brutal.
It's so good, man. No, you don't like it? Well, we'll break it down when you get up here. But the Last Gasp. So who is on team Hold Your Breath, and who is on team Make a Human Snorkel? Okay, who would do the Hold Your Breath? No, you got to say it. We're on a podcast. So okay, we want to cheer for Hold Your Breath. Okay, and what about a cheer for making a snorkel? Yeah, see, it's pro snorkel. This is a pro snorkel crowd. Pro snorkel. I would do a snorkel. Before my season, I practiced this challenge in a bath, filled up to my nose, and then I did a snorkel like that. And my snorkel. Yeah, my snorkel's good.
I don't know how I would go in terms of like that moment of you think you're getting air, and then all of a sudden it's water. Well, I guess we saw Lisa.
Well, you saw what happened to Lisa. Yeah, it's not fun. What do we think of doing the immunity rock draw after the challenge was cancelled? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
I like the attempted twist of you have to agree to it. Like, there could be some strategy there depending on who's in that group.
You're always going to agree to it though. Because you've got a chance to win, or definitely a chance not to win.
I guess at this stage, if it was later, maybe it could be different.
Possibly.
How else would you fix it?
Well, just go to fire again.
Well, I was
Just
thinking,
fire all the time.
do you just do at tribal? It's like, okay, we've set up 4 stations. You guys are going to.
Actually, you know what? You know what everyone loves is a surprise tribal immunity challenge. Isn't that right, Charles?
That seems fair. That seems fair for
So
everyone.
fair, isn't it, Charles? So fair. We can break it down in a second. Before we get, do we want to bring out our first group?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. When we make their way to the stage, they were sassy. They were fantastic. We loved every minute of seeing them on the screen. Let's get the Witches Coven up here. Come on, guys. Bring them around the applause. Make your way up here. We have microphones ready for you guys. Very good. I think a good place to start for you guys. You guys both had. You guys did Last Gasp, didn't you? Yeah. Grab a mic. Grab a mic.
It's a sore spot for Laura.
Okay. How did you guys find Last Gasp?
Sucked. I mean, she came second to Kaylin. Damn Kaylin.
There you go.
Oh, we're on.
Is
We're
mine
live,
on?
guys.
My voice is the only one that's important, so it works.
So yeah, how did you guys find Last Gasp?
You hold your breath. You hold your breath.
Yeah, it's a hold your breath kind of vibe.
Do you guys remember how long you all lasted?
Yes.
I lasted 50 minutes.
That's
I
pretty
was
good.
an hour and 5.
Oh,
Hour 17.
hour 17. Wow, round of applause for that.
Is that more testament to them not reading the tides and starting too early?
Yes.
I think it's also like when you're like that actual rail, there is a certain level where one side gets hit harder than the other, and at the end of our season, Karin was on one side and Kaylin was on the other, and Karin was basically waterboarded the entire time. So it's a massive testament to Karin that she hung in there as long as she did, because she was literally getting way more water than Kaylin was. So I know he's a challenge, we usually give him his flowers, but Karin was an absolute beast on that challenge.
That was Karen's PR team.
Sorry, I called you out.
Oh, was that your
The
final
last
one?
was my final challenge.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it's a sore spot for Laura,
Yeah.
the final
That's
gasp.
my final
Laura
challenge.
also practiced. You said, like,
I
Laura
did.
had said that was her challenge.
Yeah, in my application video, I was like, I would love to do the last gasp. And then it was my final challenge. Pardon? And they provided it for you.
Yeah.
So much, everyone who put it out there just for me.
You
Wow.
manifested.
I manifested way too hard on that one.
Yeah. Now, another thing that you guys would know a lot about is obviously the All Girls Alliance. We've got the formation of an All Girls Alliance happening here tonight. What are the pros and cons? Talk us through the decision making.
Look, I think what they're doing on Ausby the World is what we tried to do. I think they're doing it a lot better than we did, but there is the disparity between the guys versus the girls from the get-go. So there was already a male-female difference from the start, so there is room to work with an all-girls alliance from the jump. But we were working with guys that were a lot more difficult to control.
Also, somebody had imprinted on a meat shield that wasn't really pliable.
You imprinted on a meat shield.
You are mine.
Where's Rich?
Yeah. There are movers and there are shakers in the game of Survivor, and we just happened to have a lot of people who were very strong in their opinion.
Yes.
And I think in every alliance, no
And then
matter
we
the
had the
gender,
bronze.
and then there were the bronze who just did nothing. But in every alliance, there have to be people that say yes and just go with it, and all 4 of us were not willing to do that.
Well, I kind of feel like we kind of saw that with Sarah. Of
Yes.
like, with Kirby being like, oh yeah, I want to do, can we do mine next, please? Can we do mine next,
Yes.
please? So it's like,
And I
your next isn't coming.
validate that. I'm there with her.
That's the thing, I want old school Sarah, which was like the sneak of the season, and she just flipped and flopped wherever she wanted to go.
Yeah.
That's old school Sarah. That's the Sarah I want.
Since when did loyalty work
Yeah.
in Survivor?
Yeah,
Not with us.
Oh my god! Oh wait! Oh my god! Who categorically voted each other out?
It was an odd thing to focus on. It was an odd thing for her to decide. I wanted to, like David even said himself. He's like, why is she doing that?
Yeah.
That's so gross.
I
I hate
think
it.
with every returning player, they have something they want to work towards, something they want to overcome. whether it be a storyline or who they're working with, but I think loyalty versus being sneaky is not the line to choose in a game like this when you're playing with giants.
And also she came in with the preconception that she had to like right her wrongs or play a different game, which is not, just lean into it. You were the queen of sneaks, just lean into that.
Today is not the day to choose to play.
It's a shortened game.
It's a
you don't
short
change
game.
what you know in a T20 match. Like that's
I love the cricket reference. I love the cricket
How
reference. We're pulling a reference out of the audience here.
If any of you guys got to play again, using Sarah as a template, how would you change your games, do you think?
Not do that.
I wouldn't choose loyalty.
But do you have thoughts about, this was my big key issue that I stuffed up, this is what I should fix?
I think Laura and I are pretty similar in the fact that obviously we were a pair and we were pretty much ride or dies, and I think Kirby kind of nailed it on the head when you were ride or dies and you have to kind of kill off and she's dead now sort of thing. Like you do have to do that at that point, because it got to the point where Laura and I were so close that it ruined our own games being too close, and I don't think we've ever seen a season where it was duos from merge. Like our season was crazy like that, so having a ride or die can be so beneficial, but when everyone else has a ride or die, not great for the game, and it was really, really difficult for us.
Yeah, when like each other's social games were getting intertwined with each other, that's not good.
Yeah.
I would also just try and be a little bit more, went in saying I was going to be cutthroat, and then I was not. So, fuck these guys. Fuck these guys. I'm doing me.
What did you think about Pab's cookies? Are you sharing the cookies or are you hiding the cookies?
Hide the cookies.
Hide the cookies.
You always hide the cookies.
The Cookie Monster.
I'm on a different... I'm a sharer.
No, you would
I'm a sharer, even to the point where
But you would know, you would logically understand that there is maybe an advantage in one of those cookies.
No, I know. I mean, I would take the advantage first, and then afterwards I would dish out the cookies to bring people to my side.
There were people on our tribe you would give the cookies to.
Well, not our tribe. Not our specific one.
Don't you think you give out cookies, everyone's going to think, oh, well, there was something else that you kept to yourself.
Exactly.
Whereas you should keep the cookies hidden, choose one person to share a cookie
No,
with.
but I'm showing them the scroll that she got off the very top.
Hell no.
No, they're going to still think
There's two scrolls, bitches. There's two scrolls.
That was...
You didn't even show the other one. There's two scrolls. Think with your heads, babies. Come on.
If you show anyone any sort of advantage you got, someone's going to think... And these are awesome players. They know this
Yeah, but they're not going to think there's two scrolls in one cookie jar.
No one's going to trust you. You just hide it.
I would use that
I
time
trust
to
you.
show Luke.
Clearly.
I'd show Luke, hey,
I can really see why the witches worked. It just worked so well as a group, didn't it?
Luke, I would say, hey Luke, like, do you remember when you created the Cookie Monster? 2.0 baby, 2.0, I got some cookies.
The thing that I found interesting about a complete backfire from Luke, like obviously thinking let's cut Parvati out, do you think there's any space for, well, let's just pick Tommy because he's lost his money?
Well, that's
like, is that a safe
Okay,
option?
so if it was me, so on our season we did the auction, it was a slight different version of it, and there's a lot that you don't see, there's different sort of rewards that are shown and stuff, and you kind of just get a really good glimpse of what's fun and entertaining, but... Well, hang on. The ADHD's got me, guys. But if that was my position, I would come across as an empath kind of thing of looking at everyone and saying, oh, I want you guys to sit there and have as much chance at this auction as possible. Tommy's sat there and he's got no money, so if I strategically have to pick someone to take away from Cam, I'm going to take Tommy because he can't partake in the auction anymore. Yeah. There is a small chance there's going to be some sort of twist that you can involve everyone and they get fruit, and there's a very, very slim chance. I would not sit up there as me and take a massive shot, not even a shot, like a grenade launcher at Parvati, and say, see you babes, see you at camp, let's try and work together later. That would not be me. I don't know if you guys have a different opinion to
I
that.
would actually send home one of my closest allies, only because I always...
And I would hate you for it.
Yeah, I know.
Logan's running
I'd send home Logan, because I'd know that she understood that we were still okay, but I'm sending her home because I can't send anyone else home.
Yeah.
I'd send home someone that I have a close relationship with, and we don't have to talk through why I sent you home.
But then is that the first chip away at the relationship?
Yeah.
But with someone as close as
Do you
that,
reckon you'd feel that?
I know that she would understand that I've done it for a strategic
I don't know,
reason.
Mark didn't choose me for the barbecue, and that pissed me off.
That's fair.
I think there's a difference between like sort of a reward that's guaranteed and the auction that is it's all a gamble, really, and you don't know when it's going to end. So I'm with Laura there, that if I sent Laura home or she sent me home, that we would be okay with each other being like, we did it for a reason, to not piss anyone off, to make sure that at least one of us has eyes there, to make sure that we know what's going on. We've got allies in other people, like in other people.
Exactly. You know who I wouldn't send back? This one.
No, we wouldn't send back.
Because she would vote against me and she would not tell me what she found.
Okay, we might keep it moving. We'll get someone else up. Thanks. A big round of applause for Witches Coven. Thank you, gang. I think it's time for a little bit of Noonan on Noonan action. Charles Noonan, can you come on down, please? Give him a round of applause. Look, it's talking with Noonans. Here we go. Well, we don't have Laura, so for those that don't know, Australian Survivor started only casting Noonans for a while in every season, didn't they, Charles?
I was the OG.
You were the OG Noonan, very good. So unfortunately, Noonan, who took the... Would you ever want it to be referred to as Noonan, or you were fine with just Charles?
I would prefer Charles.
Okay.
No offence, Laura.
No, that's all right. So we were going to have some Noonan on Noonan chat, so we thought, she's not here right now, but she does send a little message to you, Charles.
Okay.
Let's see what she says.
Wow. Hello.
Hi Noonan, it's Noonan. I'm really sad that I can't be there for family dinner tonight, but I still have some burning questions for you. So, if you had to pick someone from the Oz tribe or the World tribe to be an honorary Noonan, who do you think deserves it the most and why? Oh, and are they like blood related or like are they marrying into the family? Because I feel like, and you would get this, that there's a massive difference. And who should we pick? I'm intrigued to know who Mr. Charles would pick, but more importantly, am I in line to be a godparent for your next child now that we know that we are related? And
how many questions
way
are
more
there?
importantly, if we were to play Survivor again together, Blood vs. Water 2, would you die on your sword for me?
Wow.
All right, very good. That's classic. This is Noonan on Noonan action, Charles. So you had a few things there.
Where is she, by the way?
She lives on a farm, doesn't she?
Okay.
She's on a plane to Bali right now, folks.
So let's unpack those questions.
Let's unpack them, Charles. So she wants to know who would be an honorary Noonan.
Oh yeah, Tommy's great, isn't he?
Do we all like Tommy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all like
My
Tommy.
favourite from this episode was Third Time's a Charm. Sorry, Tommy, if you listen to this.
No, I think this
was great. It was really good.
Noonan also wanted to know, Blood versus Water. You and Noonan.
Yes.
You and Noonan. Would you have each other's backs?
I think so. But she was pretty scheming. Like, I was kind of under the radar, pretty loyal throughout. Noonan was pretty cutthroat.
What is the minimum type of element of a connection you look for with someone? Is it like, we come from the same city?
Well, if you have the same last name.
What's the minimum amount that you latch on to be like, yeah, this is a good bond,
like
this is
there's
a good bond?
anything really like...
You've got black hair.
Yeah, sometimes it's really small stuff, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's big stuff because we both had kids.
Young kids, yeah. That was pretty big.
But sometimes it's like, we're both from Melbourne, like me and Nathan were both from like the southeast of Melbourne, and it was like, oh, you know Cheltenham, I know Cheltenham.
We'll call
let's
ourselves
go,
Cheltenham boys.
Yeah. But it doesn't take much, to be honest, yeah.
Yeah. Now, we were going to talk about challenges at Tribal Council. They've done.
My God.
Yeah, they've done. What are your thoughts on them, Charles?
I fucking hate them.
Is there any way to
not
do it
great.
justice? Or not? Or is it
Well,
just too much up in the air?
It depends on the kind of the challenge and the format.
Yeah.
I didn't love mine, obviously, because I didn't have a vote.
Didn't Aileen win it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thanks, Aileen. We're friends now. But I didn't have a vote against my name the whole way through, and then got voted out with 2 votes against me. So that stung. So I wouldn't wish that on someone else. But
what kind of challenge would you think is fair if you're going to win a tribal? What do you?
I mean, like an immunity challenge at tribal, I think is fine. But like, kind of taking away your vote and other people's votes,
okay.
I hate it.
So the concept of play for immunity, someone becomes immune.
Fire,
like
great.
Simon did in Heroes as Villains when he won.
Exactly. And then like still give people their votes.
Yeah. The votes are important, Charles.
They are.
They are very important.
Exactly.
If it did go to a fire making challenge, how would you have gone at that?
I practiced fire heaps.
Did you actually?
Yeah, heaps and heaps. So fire from flint.
Yep.
But also fire from scratch. Like a bow drill, a hand drill, the kind of.
I didn't see any of this.
Yeah. Well, it was,
You actually haven't seen him do it. He could just make this up.
It was actually raining like really badly the first couple of days that we were on.
Couldn't get
yeah,
to
exactly.
Yeah.
There was one time where it kind of like stuff dried up a bit. And it was in the middle of the night, and I was kind of rubbing sticks together, and I was like, yeah, and I said to Win, I was like, dude, there's smoke, smell this, and he's like, I don't care, dude.
Charles. They also, and then want to know your winner pick for the season. Who do you think's playing well?
I reckon
She's right here in the room with us.
Yeah, like Kirby's a beast. Like I've had the privilege of actually playing with Kirbs, and she's a beast. But present company excluded, I'd say Parv or Cass. I think Cass is like understated Parv. Like Cass is kind of playing a really clever game. Parv's like very in the open.
Well, 'cause
everyone's scared of her. Like
I found one of the most fascinating parts of this episode was when there was the World Tribe little conversation with Sari coming in with that information.
Yeah.
And you had Lisa, Tommy, and Cass, and like the way they were dissecting it, and Lisa's like, oh, if you were going to go to Rocks, who's a name that they definitely wouldn't go to Rocks for, or they would go to Rocks for?
Yeah.
Like, the way they were analysing it in that moment, and Cass is like, I think it's all lies. Like, it's so fascinating to see these experienced players being like, no, they're playing us.
Yeah,
and just
sure.
thinking through every permutation, especially on a 5v5.
Yeah.
I agree. I think Cass is looking pretty strong.
and she's like a challenge
and the
beast
challenges
as well.
for sure.
Yeah.
What's interesting is if you haven't seen, like a lot of people would have watched all the American seasons and all the Australian seasons, not a lot of people would have watched like Quebec or things like that.
Yeah.
And so there is a subconscious tendency to see these players as newbies.
Yeah.
And then you're surprised when Cass doesn't take Parv's deal and these other things, and you're like, no, these people have like won their seasons or they've done really well on their own franchises. And they know what they're doing, but there's just a perception that, they're sort of newbies.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just really interesting.
Have you seen any of the like Finland, or have you guys?
I haven't seen the Quebec. I haven't seen any of Cass.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I've seen Lisa's, obviously.
Okay.
New Zealand and stuff. Yeah. She's so funny.
She's so funny.
She's so funny.
So
Lisa.
funny.
So that's who you're going for, Charles?
Cass, I think Cass and Parv, like I think
Yeah,
they're really
strong picks.
Yeah.
Strong picks, mate.
Yeah.
Anything else on the season that's stuck out to you, Charles?
No, like I'm really liking Tommy. I think he's great.
He's fun as well.
He's like the kind of like he's great, but he's also like a bit of light relief as well. Like just hearing his voice, I find it really endearing.
How much as a viewer are you noticing the condensed timeline? Are you feeling that as you're watching it?
In terms of like them chopping up,
knowing that it's only 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, I think it's kind of just go. It has to be because connections kind of take a while to form ordinarily.
Yeah.
But I think you can see in this season, it's like from day dot, it's like even from the first scene with Rob and Dave going up the slide. It's wow, this is.
Do you think you'd ever get that kind of play with a condensed season with new players?
Probably
or is it
not? I think people kind of keep their head below the parapet in a season of new players. Yeah, for sure. Especially when you got quite a long runway.
Everyone here seems like they really want to play, and they're doing things.
Sure.
And they're doing optimal moves as well.
Yeah.
They're really understanding it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. We might keep with another guest. A big round of applause for Charles. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Charles. Let's get Aileen and Jess up. Yeah, let's get up. Actually, Kent, you want to come up as well? Come on, Kent. Okay. You're a surprise entrance. Come on. Everyone's getting up. Everyone's doing it. I've got 3 microphones.
I'll get up with you.
Get up here. Thanks, guys. Let's talk a little bit about what do we think Sarah did wrong?
Sarah did.
Came back. She came back. Yeah, that's right.
No, I love Sarah. I've met her heaps of times.
She was going to do something
to
to self-improve, but she didn't quite hit that mark this time. And it's almost like she reverted back to her safe ways previously, and then she got kind of into her head about her moral dilemmas, going against her word, and it was her at the end who maybe killed her game.
Yeah.
Isn't that like she wanted to play a loyal player, but that's not her deep down?
Natural.
Like that's your natural thing. Like it only the loyal facade was a week, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at the
And then
end,
went sneaky. Yeah, tried.
at the end of the day, I think this game forces you to be yourself. So if you're trying to be someone who you're not, it doesn't really work for you. So I think maybe what helped her last time was that sneakiness, and in this game where it's the world and the caliber is so high, everyone's doing it anyway, everyone sort of respects it. So yeah, I think that was a little bit of a downfall.
Yeah.
I think one big thing we saw was that sort of questioning of Kirby, and it's like didn't follow through, and all it did was raise suspicion. Like, what did you make of that, Jess?
Oh, well, I would never question Kirby. And that's it, like, you know, it does look flip-floppy. Up there I can see how that would absolutely come across. What I really am struck by is that no one kind of questions Kirby the other way, that she's able to sort of do that same flip-flop, but one person becomes that evident, oh, wait a minute, like, we shouldn't be expecting it from them, let's pop their name up, but Kirby still hasn't had her name raised, and it amazes me.
No one's said it at all, have they, Kirbs?
Oh, so, yeah.
It's also
Look what happened to her.
There you go, the repercussions.
It's also the edit.
Yeah, well, yeah, we all know the edit. We all know the power of the edit. Thoughts on the knowledge is power? Let's go back to Pav for a second. She found the knowledge is power advantage. So you guys have all seen this play out in other seasons. What's your thoughts on the knowledge is power advantage?
It's a really powerful tool, and this is a test to her building her relationships and gaining trust. Even though people are seeing her as such a big threat, if she's able to gain that knowledge and get that idol, she'll be double immune, right? Because she has another one as well. It's insane, and I love it so much.
That's so good.
Do you think, Kent, having two things like this, she's got an idol and that advantage, how far does that propel you as an experienced player, do you think?
Well, she's already top 2, top 3, so the moment you've got one, now 2 advantages, I mean, she's guaranteed realistically, and she's up there. She's guaranteed going to be final 2, final 3.
Who's she going to steal? Because which got one and
Cass has got one.
Which ones is she more likely to figure out and steal?
Well, on the back of what's transpired tonight, she's going to go Luke.
Yeah, but how's she going to find out about that?
Yeah, I don't think
she'll find out.
I don't think Luke is going to give away that information,
No,
so
I
it
think
has to be probably Cass.
Yeah, you think Cass might?
And then at some point, I can already feel the tension of Cass really trying to come out of her shell. You know, she is just as powerful as Parvati. So I want this duel to happen, and I want one of them to kind of stab the other one in the back eventually.
Because I've kind of been excited by these idols being kept secret, and I think this sort of, I'm a bit obsessed with the condensed timeline, but like, that building of trust, it's like the time isn't there, so it's like, well, I'm just going to keep this so I don't get blindsided. And if it's just for me and it is a solo game and it's so short and so fast-paced and so quick that I don't maybe know how well I can trust people, I'm just going to keep it for myself.
And that's it, like normally you would build trust by then playing it for somebody else, but they're in a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the game's changed itself by the duration.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about Sarah's pitch as well to the World Tribe, where she went to them and she said, oh, my tribe, all of us want to get rid of, like, Lisa. And are you guys okay with that? It was just a weird thing. First of all, don't say that you're all one homogenous group coming to someone with a plan. I don't know, it would have been better to sort of approach that as build a relationship and say, this is what I want to do. What are you guys thinking? Yeah, I don't know. That was
question for Aileen.
something. Yeah, hit me.
In this 5-5 kind of split, how do you approach someone on the other side without it making feel like, oh yeah, you join us, you'll be on the bottom, but come with us?
You've got to do exactly what the guys did. You make a new group in amongst that group. You try and keep it even, so it's like 2-2, so it's not outweighed on the other side. You don't want to come in with 4 people and say, hey, you 2 come with us.
So it's not about don't join us and be on the bottom, it's about join us and
it's about creating something new. Yeah, it's about creating something new. Who do you guys think, who are your winning picks at the moment?
I think I said to you tonight when I walked in, I think Cass was looking pretty good. Also Lisa from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Very interesting edit. The fact that the way that they're kind of playing with her, and
she's definitely got a story, like a long-term story
kind of
going
subtle, but she's there. We think she's a bit of a fool.
Because I don't see her, like, I really struggle to see a reason that people would want to get rid of her for a long time anyway.
That's
like,
the perfect scenario.
Yeah.
She's like the Shane Gould of. I shouldn't say that, but she's like the Shane Gould, isn't she? All of a sudden, it's gonna be like they're gonna make her start saying stuff.
Yeah. Who are you guys?
But obviously, this one as well.
Well,
I'd love her to win.
Of course.
I think we're all team Kirby, but someone who isn't raising suspicions straight away. I think that we're going to get someone whose name hasn't been out yet. So maybe that's you, Kirb. So, Cass, I'd like to get up, but
everyone's liking Cass.
Yeah.
What about you, Aileen? Who's playing well?
From the world, I'm loving Cass. I think she will eventually, hopefully, have her shining moment. Lisa's getting a really good edit as well. Of course, we want Kirby to win.
Well, of course.
Luke's kind of flying under the radar, surprisingly, right now. His name hasn't come out, so maybe he could be the one that swoops in and wins. We'll see.
Tonight's going to be the girls will dominate.
The girls definitely winning.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed.
Moment is coming.
I really enjoyed Luke's chat with Kirby, and his position in the game right now was really like, no, you can't do that. Like, there's tribal lines here. Do not cross that now, or we're sunk. And it seems like he completely misread where Kirby was and what she had going on and what the possibilities were. I think. I think not understanding that like projecting himself into Kirby didn't really come through well enough in my opinion.
Should we get to our last guest? Yeah. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Great work. Great work, guys. Last up on the board, someone that's very relevant to this, and we thank her for coming down. We've got Curbs. You don't have to, Curbs. We can have a little chat. You don't have to if you don't want to. Take it off.
I wasn't expecting to come up.
How are you going?
I want to keep secrets. Yeah, good.
Yeah. That's all right. That's all right. How's it been watching it back?
Yeah, it's been fun. I think they've edited it well. They've got the cheekiness, the sense of humour in there, the backstabbing, the lies, deceit, all of it.
It's been so fun. It's been so fun. Now that Sarah's gone, do you want to just talk us through what Sarah did wrong in your eyes?
Well, I compare it to Ree. Ree was my ride and die.
Yes.
Not at any stage did she ever say my name to anyone.
Yep.
And the first person, obviously, David's very well connected socially.
Yep.
And in a game like that, when you go, David's walking with Janine for a long time, and then with Luke and all these other players, and he asked me to tell him something about myself. I'm like, we're not connecting. That's not going to work. So yeah, see that, and then I watched Sarah go and say something to Janine in the David vote. So not only am I looking at or not hearing what she's saying, I see her actions that they're very contradictory. Yeah. So I don't like that.
No.
But in saying that, I still needed her, right?
Yeah,
you still need that.
I just didn't trust her.
One thing we did see you talking a lot about, we're at Merge now, we're one new tribe. How much did you really feel that, Aussie and world is split, it's the new tribe, here we are, here's these 10 great players, let's all go, almost a new game?
I came into this game to play. I'm new to the game, so I had the attitude of just, if I can make shit happen, I will, and if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. So when we got to Merge, I want to play with the biggest players. So I'm not lying to Pav when I'm telling you I want to sit next to her. Even if I don't get one vote, I don't care. I want to be able to play with those players.
Well, we heard that a lot, people talking about all these famous players. I've watched you on TV. There was that great little montage of I feel like you're on Instagram, all this kind of stuff. It's such an interesting dynamic to have all these big players coming together and also being aware of each other's seasons and Survivor's such a big community now. And there's much more interesting social connections. Was that, when you said you really didn't know anyone, or you really were pretty soft?
That's the truth. No, that is the truth. The way that I sort of worked around that, and I'm not silly, I sort of need to have this awareness about these types of players, right? My best friends are super fans, and you guys, super fans? You all know the ins and outs of every single player, the way they work, the way they function, but the difference is my best friend knows me. Yeah. And they know how I work and what triggers me and what sort of works with me. So I just got a really quick snippet of each of those players, and I just used it where I needed to. Yeah. So I knew that Pav was a flirt. I'm going to flirt. I knew that Dave was, and he has charisma. That's not going to work for me, because that's what I do. So, yeah, knowing that, I just leveraged it where I could.
So Pav's watched your season, she's seen you play before?
I actually don't know.
And Suri, do you reckon?
I told her that I didn't watch it.
But Suri said, like, I've watched Kirby on TV.
Yeah, Suri did say that.
I'm only saying that because that means that she's seen me play as well.
She knows who you are.
Yeah. Too funny. The other thing I wanted to know a little bit, Pav gave you a nickname, the Black Mamba. Do we like Black Mamba?
Oh, look, anything from her, yes, I'm all in.
I actually think it's great. The best thing about it, it's not a fucking royal nickname. I'm so over kings and
I would have the Queen of Snakes.
Obviously, I tried to go in and present as a princess. Yeah. And I legitimately was, because I didn't even watch Survivor before playing our season, and yeah, I don't know, going into the big auras, they played 3+ games and have always improved in the way that they play the game, their styles, but you can feel it when you're out there, and again, that fearless, rebellious style of play is what I presented with, and Park giving me a nickname like that, I'm just going to hold on to it and keep tagging her in everything that I have.
Great idea.
Well, it really did feel like, I think it put you in a very, very unique position in terms of this cast generally, that I got a sense that people were drawn to you and wanted to work with you because I think they saw you as that separate element. Like all these other really experienced people, you felt like someone you obviously been picked for a reason for this season. So I think it put you in a really great position going into it, and very unique, that really stands alone compared to everyone else.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time one-on-one with people. We've got a lot of time out there, right? We look at the stars and sit next to me. Let's talk about your child, Shani, that you just had. You know, are you finding it hard? Like, and just connecting in a way that is relatable to that individual. So you don't see a lot of chats that Luke and I are having, you know, at night time. We've worked together a long time ago, but I tried to watch his season. I watched him for 2 seconds and didn't understand the game, so I just didn't watch it again. But I wanted to support him, but I just couldn't. I need to be playing or doing something to pick it up. Yeah,
for sure. Excellent. Did you have anything else you wanted to go to? Should we go to some questions from the audience? Yep. Do we want to get all of our players back up? Give them a big round of applause. Everyone get up. Everyone get up. We're asking questions. People can ask any questions. It doesn't have to be about the season. It could be about anything. There's chairs at the back there. And while everyone's getting up, can we give one more round of applause for Kirby? There we go. Get a photo and everything. Guys, Josh is just going to go out into the audience. So it doesn't have to be about this season, guys. It can be about auditioning, anything like that. Anything. Just put your hand up if you've got a question. Josh will run the mic over to you. Josh, there's some questions at the back.
Up the back, there you go.
Oh, yes, one coming out.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Australian survivors. Question that might be of relevance to all of you except Kirby, but also Kirby as well. If there was an Australia vs. the World Season 2, A, would you say yes to it? And B, who would you want to be on it?
Hayley Leake.
Yeah.
For the love of God, Hayley Leake.
Maybe we go around. I would say yes. Law, would you say yes?
I think everyone would say yes.
Are we in agreement to say yes? Yeah?
Karin. Charles would.
Charles would.
And someone from the world I'd love to see is Kelly Wentworth. I'm obsessed with her.
Yeah,
I'm so sad she wasn't on this season. I know there was something happening behind the scenes where she didn't come on, but I would have absolutely loved to see her come on and kill it. So pretty disappointed she wasn't on, but if there was an Aussie World 2, which fingers crossed, guys, let's make it happen. Yeah, Kelly Wentworth would be my pick.
I want Malcolm. I love Malcolm. I was such a Malcolm boy.
Oh, Malcolm with the hair.
Oh,
Let's
rated.
go.
Rated.
No.
So
I
good.
have no idea who these people are.
So good.
Anyone else?
Natalie Anderson.
Natalie Anderson.
Yeah.
Natalie Anderson.
Oh, you love Nellie Anderson.
She's obsessed with Natalie Anderson.
20s. That's good. Any other questions? Boston Rob.
Boston Rob. And Eden. Bring back Eden.
Rob Sextamino.
Yeah!
Rob, for sure.
Gonna have Rob, the better Rob.
Richard Hatch.
Shut your mouth, Eden. Yeah!
Oh,
Snaps.
I want Cass and Spencer, but together.
yeah. You mean Raymond? No.
Should we fight?
Yeah, Raymond.
Both.
Yeah. Oh, Dad, another question, guys.
What's everyone's thoughts
On.
David Janae being next year's host?
My question to you is, who other than Dave Janae can be no.
I think someone
That's
who
not a question. I have
I
no chance if I play again.
would say that I wouldn't bring back a Survivor player as a host. I think it's too divisive to put on a player as a host. That's too small of a claps, everyone. I need it bigger. I think it's too divisive. I think the audience is split whether they love him or whether they hate him. And trying to replace JLP is just trying to walk in the shoes of Bigfoot, and it's just not going to happen. So I think it's really, really hard to walk in his shoes. And I think as good of a host that David could be, I'm not 100% sure it was the right move for fans. I'm not sure it's the right. I'm not sure it's the right move for Channel 10 for everything else going on. I think he will be great, but for the fans, I'm not sure they're backing it. Do you know what? I hope he does well. I hope he smashes it. I hope he kills it.
Well.
But I'm really, really sad to see JLP go. There's too many ball jokes that are out the window now, so really sad about that.
I'm excited for Dave to get really into it though. Like I can see Dave sitting at a tribal getting really like screaming for whoever he wants, rooting for whoever he wants. Whereas JLP's so good at what he does, he sits back, he watches. I know that Dave will take a side. Yeah. And I kind of love that.
You don't have to take a side.
No, but he'll be at tribal being like, come on! Like, imagine him watching the fire challenge. He would be like really getting into it. And I'm excited to see a host that has an interest in what's happening. And JLP of course does, but I'm excited to see, David get really into it.
Okay.
Another question up the front here?
Yep.
Back relating to the whole idol, I forgot what the advantage, not beware advantage.
Knowledge is power?
Yeah, knowledge is power. Wouldn't Parvy guess Luke has an idol and then just take his? Just like instincts.
Just instincts. Yeah, definitely possible. Yeah.
I mean,
I think Luke's found idols before, so it's,
Yeah, it's pretty hard to guess though.
Instinct is a real thing. As a witch, instinct is a real thing. But out there, everything is flipped upside down. So I don't know how she could guess it.
Yeah, so even for example our season, so this is the last season where we saw that same thing happening of being able to steal an idol. What we saw on TV is that Miles knew that I had an idol and chose not to steal it, but in actual reality, Miles didn't know until a couple of days later, but he thought I had one. But even though you have that instinct, you have to rely on fact out there, because if you get up there and you waste that chance of stealing an idol, one, you're putting a target on yourself, and two, you're losing that advantage. So you have to be so certain, and it is very, very difficult to rely on instinct when it is such a chance of what you're actually doing. So if I was Parv, there's not a chance in the world that I would be sitting up there putting myself as a bigger target that she already is, and taking someone's idol that doesn't have one. So they have to have a kind of set in stone fact. You have to have it's almost like you're back at uni. You've got to have two references backing that person has an idol. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. They definitely have to check their sources on that one.
Any other questions, gang? Oh yeah, one down here, Josh.
Alright, this one's for Coven. I've got one for you guys. So, this is coming from my friend actually, who is a massive Survivor fan of his own right. But, let's see, what do we have? He'd like to know why you didn't blindside AJ and Miles like you said you would on your season.
Excuse me, I went out voting for AJ.
Wait, are you saying you're asking the Coven?
Yes.
Why would you blindside AJ?
Okay, let's rewind every episode, guys. Whose name did I put out? I tried my damnedest.
I went out.
I went out swinging, trying to get that man out. Yeah, look, alright, let's pass this over to Kaz.
Karin.
Yeah.
You told me you didn't want to work with me, and I wasn't in your top 5, so obviously I was going to vote you out. And then this woman, who I saved twice. Yeah, well done, berries.
The berries alliance. Worst
Alliance sucks.
ever.
So Karin
Great
and I
question.
had a chat one day, and we were talking about our future in the game. and we just so happened to not mention each other. And we've had a Spider-Man moment of like, we both just didn't mention each other.
Guys, this is not a. We talk about Australia versus the world. Thank you.
And that's a big reason why I am where I am. But why would
just you two?
We tried. Tell your friend we tried.
You know, someone's here. Also, I know what you said, Karin. I want a divorce.
I very much wanted a divorce.
It would have been hilarious if that went
3 mics.
It would have been hilarious if it went the other way as well.
I know, I have terrible relationships, like seriously. I love a red flag and that red flag. Red!
Any other, yeah, at the back?
Hey, favourites, or in Eden's case, my childhood hero. If you ever went back on Survivor, what's some sort of change or twist, like a change in the format or a different sort of twist, would you like to see?
I might take this. This might be divisive, but I would love to see Survivor return to a 39-day game. I think 47 is a really effing long time, especially when you're out there. I know it looks great on TV and it's really fun, but my God, it's a long time. There's a lot of chances for you to F up, and there's not like, it's a long time to build relationships, and it's like, if you lose those relationships, they crumble really quickly and the tides can change really quickly. So I think a 39-day game is the format that I would change it back to if I could change anything about the current game. But what I would say is that I think Australia is dominating the US in terms of our Survivor gameplay.
Yeah.
I don't think that's divisive. I think that's just across the board. But yeah, I would switch it back to a 39-day game because I think 47 days is a hell of a lot of a long time. And also, I went out on day 39, so that means I win.
I think we've looked at America and we've gone, okay, what are some good seasons? Brains versus Brawn versus Bree, and we did that, and we did Heroes versus Villains. The one really other good season, we've done David versus Goliath as well. We've done our own version of that. But the one we haven't really done, that's another really good American season, is Second Chance. And I think Second Chance would be a fantastic opportunity to go. I think there's plenty of people that deserve second chances.
Eden, I have a question for you. Eden, I have a question for you. So this is something that I have pitched to multiple people, and if anyone wants to challenge out there, it's another one of my favourite TV shows. I think there is a challenge season that they do really, really well that I would love to see in the Survivor format, and that is Rivals.
Yeah,
Who would you, if you were selected to go back out and it was Australian Survivor Rivals, who's your rival?
Who's my rival? Well, it'd have to be the person that ultimately voted me out.
Jaden. Cage match.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. Don't worry, do lots of puzzles. No, Rivals is a good one. I think because you and Ferris would go out as rivals, would you? Or how would that go?
Well, me and Sarah. Yeah, it would probably be me and Ree versus Ferris and Aileen, if anything. But Sarah,
don't bring me into
come.
I think if we went down the line and we're trying to pull up a cast here, so we're going, our top two casts right away is Kirby and Ferris.
Yep.
Then we're going, I don't know that Jaden's such a pull, but we're going Eden and Jaden.
Caroline and Valeria.
Kent's coming out there. I think the rival of Kent is
Caroline
actually
Valeria,
Kent's rival is technically Max, I would say, but you would pull it in the same line of putting Kent and Nash. Sorry, not Miles. Max. Outside of the game, maybe Miles. Yeah, Jess, who would you say is your rival?
Everyone.
Jess, we're trying to pull the cast together. So Jess, would it be Frankie?
Well, no, yeah, well, they would, yeah, okay, let's go. I was going to say Mark, like I've got to
think, alright, who would the cast say my rival would be?
AJ.
Yeah, so we're going Logan and AJ, Laura and Luke, nah.
Everybody loves me, I don't know. Zara, it would have to be Zara, wouldn't it? Yeah. It'd be Zara.
Karin,
Aren't we fighting the same person now?
Yeah. So two AJs.
Charles, who's your nemesis, Charles?
I'd say the person that got me out, which is...
There were two of us.
Do it now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you or Ferris. Yeah.
Maybe we could be a secret of that.
For sure. I would love where basically 2 team captains are selected at the start, and then you get to select, schoolyard pick at the start, so you can in effect kind of choose, or the 2 team captains get to choose.
Does anyone here like an audience vote from a pool? You like that?
Yeah, the second chance audience vote.
Like a fan vote. Like here's 40 people, fan vote.
That's
intense.
intense.
I don't think they really listened.
Yeah.
50 had a vote, right?
No, 50 didn't have a cast vote.
Like
No.
a fan vote.
It was a fan vote and then...
No, so they voted on elements of the show, so they could vote on like Simotion, like the last challenge.
But
They
not
could
to vote
on-
on colours. Like, no one cares about the colours.
No one
Calm
cares
down.
about the colours.
Calm down.
They wanna
Like,
vote
no
on
one
colours.
cares. We want to see our favourites out there. We don't care that it's purple or pink. Let's be so
Correct. That's not changing the game.
Should we wrap up the show here, Ian?
I think maybe we should.
As is customary, we've got a few things we need to work out.
Oh, yes, quickly.
First, we need to know from everyone I think we've got here, who do you think...
Spinning grin.
Who do you think spun and grun in this episode?
So who spun and grun, guys?
Well, it has to be someone from the World Tribe, right? Because an Aussie went on.
Yeah.
So I'd say too, I reckon I'm pretty keen on Parvati and Kirby. I think in terms of Parvati getting rid of an Australian, I think is huge to be like, and now you also have that power on your side, and Kirby's obviously getting rid of someone you wanted. I think that's always important.
I 100%, yeah.
Sorry, can we get some clarification on spun and grun?
Spinning and
Who had a good night?
Who had a good
Is grun the right word?
Spin and grin.
Grun is the past participle of grin.
Is that not correct?
Is grun the past tense for grin?
Yes.
Is
Look
it?
it up. I did 3 years in drama school.
Any other names we want to throw out? Any other names anyone thought had a good night tonight?
What about the audience? What do you guys think? Kirby. A lot of Kirbys. A lot of Kirbys out
Alright,
there.
ignore her. What if she wasn't here? I would say Parvati's killing it.
Pub's killing. Yeah, she's got the knowledge as power as well.
I mean, Tom.
Yes.
Wait, okay, Kirby, stop it. Stop it.
Tommy's done pretty well. To win the rocks, I think this is a good episode for Tommy.
Sure. Spinning in for Tommy. And of course, we also must need to know...
It was to rustle feathers, ruffle feathers.
So who ruffled feathers? Who rustled feathers? I think Luke. Yeah?
Luke ruffles feathers.
Pretty consensus.
And quick audience vote. Do you... No. I'm going to ask the different question. Luke. Does one rustle feathers?
Ruffle.
Or do they ruffle feathers?
Ruffle. You can do both.
You said rustle feathers.
Ruffle.
I think she's ruffled some.
I think Kirby's rustled a lot of feathers tonight in terms of mixing it up.
Like bringing together.
Did she ruffle or did she rustle?
She rustled.
You said rustle feathers.
I listened to the podcast.
Yeah, she's good.
She rustled some feathers.
She rustled.
I thought it was ruffled.
I actually think that's everything that we needed to get through. Guys, one more chance now to give every one of our players a big round of applause. Thank you so much for coming out for a live podcast. Please like and subscribe.
Share all your stories, tag the show.
share everything.
Thanks to Cable and the Fringe Common Room staff.
Big round of applause for you guys. Putting on tonight.
But yeah, keep listening, keep watching, tell your friends, and a big round of applause again for our special guests. Thanks so much.